I need to get this out while they're showing it to me. Remember the other day they were talking about change and like somebody who's so militant, and so that's kind of what they're showing now, but they're actually showing like soldiers, people in the military, and how they are trained. It is almost a form of brainwashing. No, they're saying, no, it is. Okay, yeah, it is. I just was trying to be nice. And so they learn these patterns as well, and how to train themselves and how to be robotic, but they don't, some know it, some don't, all these things. Okay, so what are you showing me? So they're showing me this, and how it makes them more challenging to change, which is so funny and interesting, right? Like robots, it's easier. Oh, for us to change. And that's why they're easy to be programmed, because they make them more moldable, but it's like a fixed pattern or something. But the robot itself, the human itself, doesn't recognize how to make the tweaks they need. It's like nobody taught them how to utilize their brain. They were always allowing others to utilize their brain and input what was needed for them to perform whatever duty. And so then they get tossed aside, but they went into it. Sorry, this is the other piece they keep showing. It's like they went into it with the idea of that it was honorable, and with the need of feeling like they had a purpose, or that they were significant, they were important, this kind of thing. And so they wanted to be the hero, and they wanted to be honored, and they wanted to be respected and loved, I guess, upon return, in hopes if they did return. And instead they do get like cast aside or tossed aside, but they're also very stubborn and stuck because, again, they have a very militant mindset. It's how they were trained and wired in and cemented in. And, oh, fuck. So they're showing a lot here. I'm not sure what the point is yet. It's like, it's something about, oh, right. They had me having a conversation with somebody, and I had said, I'm sorry, but I've lost all respect for you now. And that was the truth, but it was also kind, in that the truth, it can hurt, but it's actually kind, in that it was like somebody who wanted to be with me or something along these lines. And I was like, I don't respect you now, so I can't be with you. And that is not to hurt you. That is for you to truly understand. You wouldn't want to be with me now either. I'm not who I used to be. So if I don't respect you, I can't be with you. And you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't respect you. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope you can hear that. So that had been coming through, and was very true. And they had brought that up in this vision, and as they're doing right now too, about what if it was a militant person, or it would be one, perceived incorrectly, right? But it would be such a deep hurt or slap or wound, when again, not intentional, not the point. The point is to give truth and clarity so that you can see your own truth and clarity. Oh, you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't respect you, right? Like, that's important. We tell ourselves a correct truth message. Don't mishinge shit. And so, in other words, if that person is still in alignment with them and loved them and remained in alignment with them, it's irrelevant whether I hold respect for them or not. It should be irrelevant if they're aligned with themselves. Now, if they're not aligned with themselves and they're embarrassed about something or whatever the case, then that's their work to clean up that karma, clean up that confusion, and realign with oneself so they can love themselves once more. But I should have no effect on that, right? Hopefully we've also learned that by now too, right? What others do is purely a reflection of them. My standards, my expectations, my whatever. And you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't respect you, or you can't, it's like live up to their expectations and standards, right? Which can be a really harsh way to say it. And I don't want you to look at me that way, right? Because it's like I'm saying it harsher so it can be clearer, but hopefully you can hear it. And so, right, so they're showing me that, but then they were showing what if that person, so then if that person was a militant person and they heard a message like that I can't respect you now, or I don't respect you anymore, or something along these lines, then imagine that when that was their whole life purpose, was to be respected and honored and loved and cherished and the hero and all these things, and they hear that and they're robotic and they've been taught to look outside themselves and like all these things, like it's like the damage that can be done to one's mental state by seeking outside approval can have far-reaching effects for an entire lifetime, but then for generations to come. Because, that person fell out of their alignment, and again, seeking all outwardly, that example they're setting for their friends and their family, especially their family and their children, then they continue to see that, and then they continue to make their own mishinges, misguided conclusions, and then they live by those misguided conclusions, and they pass that down to their children, and so on and so forth. And so again, it's like nobody's even slowing down to recognize, to realize, to stand in the truth, to speak truth, because we're taught that's not polite, that's not kind to be honest and true. To say, I no longer respect you, is seen as harsh or cruel or mean. When I was saying it, when they had me come, I didn't see it that way at all, because it wasn't coming from that place. And I didn't even see a response from the person. So I didn't even recognize that was an issue until they brought this other portion up. Because I thought it, like I explained, was being kind in that if nobody's mishinging anything and they're just able to see truth and clarity, they liked the old version of me back then. For whatever reason, it didn't work out. We're here now. I no longer hold respect for you. Oh, that changes. It should. I would think that person would say, oh, well, that changes. I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't respect me. So this worked out perfect. Now we know. It didn't work out then. Doesn't work out now. We can all move along. No mishinges, no carrying anything with us, no dragging bullshit or lies or ties or upset or hurt. In other words, it shouldn't upset or hurt, right? So it was like this person came in, said they wanted this. Well, this no longer exists. But what here now exists is I don't respect you. Oh, I don't want that. I can go on my merry way, right? It's like when we can see clearly, because we're told truth, when we can all stand upright, it makes it easy. Everybody just move along. If everybody's doing that. But when we're unhealed and when we're not understanding these dynamics and we're not staying aligned with ourselves, when we're not honoring ourselves, then a mishinge could have been placed there. You don't respect me. What the fuck does that mean? And get defensive or get angry or hurt? Like, oh my God, right? Like, or because they were showing the military person, like that would be such a like stab in the gut because they seek that pat on the head, that good boy. You followed orders, you whatever. And then they want, others to then honor them and respect them and look up. I mean, it's just a whole fucking clusterfuck of that. Let's not go into that. They're showing me a mind. I'm not interested in untangling at the moment. And so this is what's happening all over the board with all of us all the time. So the sooner we can just get back into our own alignment, which means we have to go back into our own homes, our own body and mind, and see what's going on and get cleared up and straightened up and learn these dynamics, these truths, these realities, these, and follow the rule of getting back to yourself so you can love oneself, so you can stay aligned with oneself to get your direct guidance and go with that flow, then the more we can all just live easily and happily, right? And And yes, it's like, and they're showing in sidestep those that haven't done that work yet. Not out of cruelty, but out of truth and clarity. You're not interested in tangoing with that. And you're not looking to shortchange them of the blissful experience of loving themselves once more when they choose to do such. But I do think it's like the reminders in the healthy way of encouragement getting out there, right? Like, me doing this, but also everybody's art, everybody's, form of uplifting and empowering entertainment. Because I like it in the form of art. I like it in the form of entertainment. I like it in the form of the storytelling because I find it more enjoyable than somebody trying to preach at me or lecture me or teach me, right? It's take it or leave it. I'm telling you a story, and a lot of times it's not going to apply to you. You've already learned these lessons long ago. Maybe reminders of not falling into the pitfalls you once fell into, this kind of thing. And yet others are better off being preachers or teachers, or better off doing this or that. Like, this is why it's like whatever feels good for you, whatever you like, you do more of. And it's like getting that reminder out. Yes, it's nice for others to hear, to be reminded, but it's really for ourselves, right? To keep reminding ourselves. It's a way of like tattooing it on our own heart, right? When we do our art. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.